Welcome to my very first video, guys. Welcome to, I don't know, what do you want to call this? Damn. I should have thought of that before I even started recording this. But, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. We are just gonna kind of just have some fun with this. I'm gonna be posting videos on a consistent basis, just kind of randomly. Throughout, if I have a thought of a video, or you can check out my Instagram, and I just like to kind of give beard tips, and the whole reason, the whole inspiration behind this was just because when I started growing a beard out, I had no idea what to do, and then I started watching YouTube videos and got tips and tricks on how to care for beards and my beard, and you kind of just adopt your own style and what to do along the way. You just learn things, you meet people, your friends start growing beards out, and that's just kind of the evolution of how I got here. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start out with my somewhat of a maybe a midday routine. Obviously in the morning it might be a little bit different when I get out of the shower. I have to, do the blow drying and all that, but hopefully by midday at some point, your beard is somewhat still styled, but it might be kind of getting out of control. Unless you got a nice kind of show beard where it's nice and kind of trimmed already, and you don't have strays going on, more like the Brandon Crawford style beard where it's short and it doesn't take much maintenance, but just to keep it that real short length. But when you get kind of long, and a beard like me, it gets a little curly, a little straggly at times, and right now I'm kind of trying to let it grow out, and I don't really want to trim it because I want to see what the maximum length I can get it to be at, I guess until I change my mind. But let's just jump right into it. I'll show you what I have, what I kind of take with me sometimes, most days, if I know I'm going to have a little bit of time to just take care of the beard. So first, in no specific order, I have in my nice little beard bag, I have a circular boar bristle brush, and I'll get to everything in just a moment on what I use things for and how I use it. Next is a nice quality thick what do you call it? Prongs? Teeth? Yeah, teeth. Thick teeth, and then some thinner teeth, but real good quality, nice and smooth so it doesn't snag the hairs. That's important. Next would be a nice sandalwood comb, just to it's always good to have, if you're gonna have an actual beard comb, it's good to have a good quality one. Okay. Next would be my beard balm. I'll just go through the. Then I have this is a comb. It's similar to this one, except it's a little bit longer for the longer haired beardsmen. Next is a standard boar bristle brush that most of you probably have. Alright, next would be I got a lot of boar bristle brushes, but this next one is a smaller one, and I like to use it for my mustache, and obviously beard oil. It's key. So let's kind of jump into a little bit of an orderly way to do it. So first, this will be number 1. This will be number 2. This will be, I guess it doesn't really matter where this goes. It could be last or it could be first, wherever you want it. So we'll just put it down here. An auxiliary tool. This is going to, next let's go with, what was it? Oh yeah, then it's beard oil. Beard balm is going to be very last. Kind of like a last A, last B. And then the sandalwood comb. And actually, sorry, I'm all over the place right now. I should have wrote this down, huh? But hey, let's hang in there, right? Okay, so first, what I like to use this for is the bottom. Oh, one more thing. Mirror, so you can see nice and close to where you're at, because I don't want to use my iPad camera. Okay, so first is this. And I use all this stuff in the morning, obviously, but the only thing I won't use when I'm just kind of doing a midday quick touch-up is a hair dryer. So, first thing, this. And the reason I like to use this is because I like to get nice and deep into the beard and just kind of pull it down. Just kind of pull it down. Get some of those curls out. Get some of those curls out. Let me go to the mirror. Have a little bit of a better touch here. So I like to get in there, get all those curls out. If they've been locking up throughout the day, really pulls out the nice length out of your beard. Alright, nothing crazy, just pulling it down, pulling it down. Alright. The cool thing about it is if you probably still have some remnants of the beard oil, so you can just kind of wipe it off and, or a hand lotion. I like to use my beard oil as a hand moisturizer too. Next, this one right here. What this is good for is going through the whole beard, and what I like to do is use the wide part first, and not necessarily combing it down like that, right? But I like to stick it just against right there like that, and just kind of go over it nice and easy, because we don't want, for a guy like me, I got a curly beard, so I hate when I'm catching a bunch of beard hairs. I just like to go down throughout the whole beard. Alright. And then if I notice I got this little, I think they call it like a King's Peak, a Royal Peak, Devil's Peak, some people call it that, but it kind of splits off right in the middle. So what I like to do is, as I'm combing it, I'm kind of combing it towards the middle. And if I notice I've really got it going on heavy for the day, I'll come underneath and just kind of pull it out a little bit. Because I think what happens is these hairs under here, they just start really curling up and kind of spacing out. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of pull it out a little bit. And then I'll come back over it one more time. Alright. And then once that's done, I'll go to the... Don't be worried if you see some hairs. That's pretty normal when it comes to a longer, curlier beard, and it stays thick. So if you're a guy that doesn't like to comb because you see hairs come out all the time, I wouldn't be too worried about that. Just because it's just like, if you have longer hair up top, you might see hairs popping out, but it doesn't change the density or the thickness of your hair. So after the wider tooth parts, I switch it around, go to the smaller ones, and then I just kind of give it a normal kind of comb through, and just to bring everything together a little more. And I'd never like to go too fast with the comb, just because I don't want to snag anything. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright, there we go. Like I say, guys, this is kind of like a midday routine. We don't want to be too crazy with it. Not like we're, going to a job interview or anything. We just want to be pretty, just kind of touch everything up. Okay, so next will be, roll up the sleeves, will be the beard oil. So, beard oil. Just get a little bit of I would say about a half or so. You can see that. Alright. And it looks a little spotty if you can see it close enough, just because I make my own beard oil, and it's my dad's old recipe, and this is my frankincense blend, so I'm actually seeing the real remnants of the actual mellowed ingredients. Alright, so about a half or so. Let me bring it down a little bit. Get in the palms, just like that. Okay. Let's get it nice in the hands. Alright, we're going to just go through it. Get up on the mustache, come underneath. Use your fingers. Get some oil on your fingers, just kind of like, just to create general beard health throughout. And then also you're going to get the skin so you don't get that beard drift people talk about. If you live in a colder, drier climate, if you don't put the oil on your chin, you're going to feel the you're gonna feel the dryness happen as you talk and move your face. But like I said, midday, we don't need to go crazy with it. We should already have some in our beard from earlier this morning. Alright, once it's there, just kind of shape it back up. For me, I like to pull it in the middle so I don't get that split. And we'll come back to that. We'll get that again. Okay, rub it in the hands, get some good moisturizer. Alright, next would be the standard bristle brush. And I like to just kind of go through it. Just kind of pull everything together. I'm going to use this a couple times too. Alright. Bring it together. I don't really like to go underneath in the bottom just because we already kind of took care of that. In the morning it's completely different. Okay. And then what I like to do is get my little tiny one, hit the mustache. I like to kind of push mine to the side a little bit, because when I do let it really grow out, it gets kind of funky and it gets in my teeth. It's there's some guys with epic mustaches and completely envious. So if any of you have any tips on how to make it where it just can grow super thick and kind of cover the lip, and what I notice happens with people that do that is it gives them a thicker beard appearance. Is when it kind of crawls over like that. But for me, it's comfortable eating. I just like to push it to the side and then pull this part down, get that nice connected look. Alright, so after that, so we had a nice, you could pretty much end right here if you wanted, but we can still keep it pretty quick. Pretty quick. Alright, so then, after that, what I like to do is get my beard balm. Get my beard balm. I also make this too. I love it. I love it. Got my beeswax, got my shea butter, got my beard oil in it. When your hands are slippery, it's hard to twist off. Okay. And now what I like to do here is I'll just take my fingernail, the top of my fingernail, and I'll just kind of scoop a little bit out. Get a little bit. Alright, about that much. Not going too crazy. See if you can see that. There we go. Put it in the palms. Emulsify. And I do know some people that like to go all up in the beard, like the beard oil, but what I like to do is just kind of like put it right over, handle any of those hairs that were popping up, bring it together some more, and then here we go. Now what we're going to do with this thing is, and guys with curly hairs, you know, don't be alarmed if you see hairs in the, yes, got a couple hairs from this morning. Anyway, so this is what I like to do with this. Come up close. What I like to do is I like to, and I could do this and stuff. That's totally cool and all. It works just as well as the standard one. But what I mainly use this for, is I roll it down. I just grab it and roll it. Grab it and roll it. Grab it, roll it. Obviously you get the freaking point, right? And it worked when, now if you really want to add some solid style and a little bit of a roll down like this, and when I have a lot of time in the morning, I'll spend a few minutes doing this, but you get a hair dryer and you just put it on low and you just roll it. You just roll it. Just roll it, and that'll really kind of lock in a little bit of shape, especially if you have a beard where it kind of just goes down and it shoots out, or it has that peak type of deal. This will really kind of help bring it together with the blow dryer. And so yeah, let's take a look again. All right. Yeah, and even down over here on the sides, if you haven't trimmed for a while, you can pull it like that. Pull it like that, and that beard balm mixed with doing this, it really just starts pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it down. Alright, so, and then if I'm feeling a little, if I'm feeling a little bit fun, what I'll do is I'll get a little bit more beard balm, go back, and just kind of lightly go over and kind of shape it back. There we go. Use a little more for some good hand lotion. And then I'll go back with my little mustache comb. Get those bad boys out of the way. Okay. And then if you need to touch anything up, you know, actually either one works, but if I was going to go back with some tiny touch-ups, I'd use the top part. And it's like kind of pull it down like this. But if you have one of these, it works just as well. Just kind of go like that. Alright. And there we go. That would be the midday beard routine. And I hope I was able to, you know, help some of you guys out. If you had any questions about that, use it for some face lotion as well. Usually in the morning when your face is dry, all the remnants on your hand works really well for the face. But you know, our skin is already oiled throughout the day, so you know, I wouldn't say use it for face lotion unless you absolutely want to. And then your hands smell good. You can actually put it on your neck and get a little bit of a scent like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I keep on looking down. I feel like I'm looking across the table at a buddy. Anyway, so let's keep this going. I hope this is one of many videos, and look forward to giving you guys another tip, midday tip, morning tip, nighttime tip, whatever it is. I just want to kind of help things out, because I know it can be kind of weird with what do I do with my beard, if it's, you know, if I have a I don't know, whatever it is. And I'll definitely get some tips, and maybe I'll bring a buddy on and he can give you a tip, because you know, everybody has a different style of beard, a different type of beard, and let's just help each other out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace.